I'm going to show you a quick and simple way to change your thermostat and part of your thermostat housing. I'm working on a 2008 Land Rover. I'm going to replace this top piece right here. I broke the little return line on the top of my thermostat housing. First thing you want to do is make sure your vehicle is cold and either drain some of the antifreeze and have a bucket to collect the runoff. Let's take it out. Take the cover off. To minimize loss of my antifreeze, I'm going to take off the lower radiator hose. I'm going to use my pump and I'm going to pump my antifreeze into this bucket. Always make sure to flush out your pump before each use so that you don't cross-contaminate. Sometimes if you haven't taken your hose off of whatever the hose is on, in this case it's the upper thermostat, it's the thermostat housing, you just have to break the initial seal. As you see, just grab it, twist it, makes it a lot easier to take off. So that you don't drop in, so that you don't waste any antifreeze, have a pan underneath to catch it all. Alright. This down in here. This hose goes to the bottom of the radiator. This one, I believe, goes to the heater core, and this just returns to the engine. Get you a pair of channel locks and you just take off the clamps. As you see, it is identical. So all you have, I'll show you on this one, all you have are those 3 holes for 3 bolts that take a T30 bit. A T30 bit, the little star bit. T30 star bit. Simply take those out and then it comes right off. As you notice, the thermostat will be in the housing, and I'll show you how you take that out in a second. The thermostat comes in a few pieces. You'll see that in a second. There's these grooves right here in the thermostat housing that slot the thermostat. So you just push in the thermostat and you're like, how do I take this thing out? You're looking in here and look in there. I don't know if you can see in there, but you look in there and you see in there, you look in there and you can't figure out how to take this off. What you want to do is you want to push it down very hard and then turn it 90 degrees and it slides out of the slot. I simply push it with my hand and turn it, and be careful because it is spring loaded, so it will pop out. Don't just let it pop out. You need to know the orientation of the pieces. So you take the top off, and you be very careful. As you see, this particular spring has, it's like a cone. The tip went in towards the thermostat and not the housing. And then you have your big spring, and right here is the, right here is the thermostat itself. So I'm not replacing mine because I already did it, and this is fairly a new one. But you inspect it. If there's anything wrong with yours, then you replace it. This spine right here goes into the bushing. So on my new one, I'm simply going to put it in reverse. As I'm looking at the new thermostat housing, I noticed that the little silver bushing cover isn't in there. So you simply just pop it out. It just pops right on out, and pop it into the new one, and then you just, if I could pop it in, you just pop it into the new one, and it's that simple. Put it in there, take the spring, set the spring on, take the cone style and put it just like this. Put it on, and then you press and turn. I need to do this with the palm of my hand. So it's not under that much pressure. Simply press and slide it. Now it's all back together, and like I said, I was replacing mine because I got a little strong there, and I broke off the little return line. Installation is simply the reversal of everything. Line it up. Put the 3 bolts back in. Attach your hoses. I forgot to mention, you have an O-ring that connects your thermostat housing to each other. I forgot to tell you, but check that. If it's bad, get a new one. Mine was okay. Then you simply attach your hoses. Attach your hoses, put your clamps back on, all 3. Tighten your T30 bolts down to snug, not overly tight. This is plastic, and then you're done. See, it's just that easy. It took a few minutes. If you want the part, or if you want the thermostat, I'll leave a link in the description below on where you can purchase it. I purchased the housing from actual Land Rover, so I will leave that link, because some of the stuff, sometimes you want Land Rover parts, sometimes you can use aftermarket. However it goes, I'll leave the link below. As usual, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. You guys have a good one. Thanks. Oh, top off your antifreeze and test out the system before you just go buck wild to make sure everything is working right. Now you guys have a good one.